Hey guys, Rich with Rich Rebuilds here with a quick update on the Electrified Garage crowdfunding campaign. So far, we've raised over $7,000 by 120 people towards the shop, which is awesome. So I want to take some time out to thank you guys so much for that. And if you haven't checked out the page, please do. We have floor mats, bobbleheads, annual service packages, vehicle diagnostics, as well as cool rim and tire packages. So check that out in the link in the description below. And if you're concerned about me getting soft on the rebuilds, never you worry, my friends. I have some cool stuff coming up. Now, a lot of people ask me when I plan on rebuilding a Model X. And you know what? I haven't been a big fan of the way the Model X looks. I always thought it looked like a Model S that was pregnant with twins. And from some angles, it looks like a giant egg on wheels. Not only that, but it's more money, slower, and has less range than a Model S. However, it can tow if you want your range reduced by 70%. And if you want it to seat 6 people instead of the standard 5 people, instead of $6,000 more than a standard Model S, it's going to cost you $12,000 more. But hey, they're pretty cool. Jaden Smith has one, 2 Chainz has one, and so do my friends over at the Now You Know channel. And I want to be cool, so your boy Uncle Rich wants to get one as well, but they're just too expensive. So naturally, I want to buy the cars at a discount. But after digging into things more, the price of salvage Model X's don't even make any sense unless you get a really good deal on one. In this episode, we're going to build the cheapest Model X on Tesla's website. Then we're going to compare that price to what they sell for used and what they sell for salvaged. But before that, let's get into today's video sponsor, LastPass. Stay tuned for more info on their password protection. Hey Brianna, I got you something.
You got me a car?
No, I got you LastPass.
Oh, what's LastPass?
Well, Brianna, I'm glad you asked. With LastPass, you can keep your passwords secure. It removes the anxiety around losing passwords and getting locked out of accounts. You just go online, it fills in the username and password for you. It's actually what I use to pay your school tuition, and my favorite feature is the automatic password generator, so I never have to remember a password ever again. It just saves the password for me. With LastPass, I never have to write, remember, or reset passwords, so you can stay sane. Put your passwords on autopilot with LastPass.
So my dad just got me LastPass.
Oh my gosh, LastPass? Like the password manager? That's so cool.
Yep. Thank you, LastPass, for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to the original content. Now let's build the cheapest new Model X we can find right now, which is the 75D. The base price is $70,000 in the black color, which doesn't cost extra, but if you pick red, it's another $2,500 with the basic silver wheels. But for $2,000 more, Tesla will happily plaster dip the wheels for you. But we're trying to save money here, so let's go with the cheapest option. A standard 5-seater and no enhanced autopilot, you can get into a Tesla Model X for as low as $84,000. Keep that number in mind while we look for a used car. We're going to compare 3 different websites for the lowest price Model X to get a good average of what's out there in the market. If we go to EVCPO and search for the Model X, it has the lowest price Tesla 75D at $63,000. If we go to onlyusetesla.com, it has the lowest 75D at $69,900, and Auto Tempest has the lowest 75D Model X at about $65,000. So the range is between $63,000 and $69,000 for a used Model X. So we have the prices for a new and used Model X, and the price difference is approximately $20,000 between used and new. Now let's take a look at the salvage Model X, and this is where it gets really interesting. Now we go to autoauctions.io and we could actually see what the sold prices for Model X's are. So the first Model X we have here is a 75D, and there's nothing wrong with this one. It's just normal wear and tear, it says, yet it carries a salvage title, which is pretty suspicious. If you look at this area in the front above the headlight, there's a large gap there, so that's only one of 2 things. It's either Tesla build quality or the car was in a prior wreck, and I'm thinking it was in a prior wreck. So let's Google that VIN number, shall we? And guess what? It was in a prior wreck. So this one has a rebuilt title. Tesla may or may not service it, and it may or may not supercharge. For how much, you ask? $62,000. This car sold for $62,000. What's the price of a used Model X again? You can get a clean title one for $63,000. We just witnessed that earlier. The next salvage Model X we're going to look at is my favorite type of Tesla, a flooded one. It's from the Texas flooding last year. It doesn't have its keys. It doesn't run or drive, meaning would it drive if it had keys? Probably not. But you can't drop this one on Tesla's lap and have them make a key for you. It's going to be a struggle. They're going to take a look at it and say, okay, hold on. Was this in a flood and you want us to make keys for it? And they'll happily tell you to kick rocks. So it has no keys, salvage title, and was underwater with all kinds of potential issues lurking. For how much, you ask? $62,000. And again, remember, we can get a clean title one for $63,000. Now, this last one is my absolute favorite Model X. All right, it's a 2017, not bad, 75D, and this is priced at $61,000. But you know what? The buy it now price was $68,000, and this one doesn't actually look too bad. If you look at both rear panels, the driver's side has suffered some considerable damage, but it's not the end of the world. But if you look at the passenger side, there's an obvious gap on this side in the back of the Falcon door, which is kind of interesting. Now, I know that Teslas are made of paper mache, but even this one seems kind of extreme to total a car, right? This quarter panel damage, I drive it as is. And also, the rear hatch doesn't line up for some reason, which actually makes me question a few things. This is really making me think here, so let's take a look at something below. Vehicle sales history. This SUV sold for $31,000 a year ago. Now, what does a $31,000 Model X look like? Let's see. Boom, there you go. The whole roof caved in. If that roof doesn't leak, I'd be shocked. Almost every single airbag has gone off in this vehicle. The passenger side suspension is basically torn off, and someone paid $61,000 for a prior smashed Model X when it needs an additional $5,000 to $7,000 in work to get it back to normal, when they could have just run out and paid less for a used one. Well, boys and girls, in my opinion, the Model X salvage prices don't make any sense. That's the point that I wanted to make today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Why are people doing this? Is it even worth it to purchase a salvage Model X versus a clean title used one? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram at RichieBKid. New YouTube videos every week, and I will see you guys soon.